All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are taking a journey through the wild world of promotion. We're going to start with the old school marketing classics and travel all the way to the super smart digital strategies that are grabbing our attention today. So let's get into it.
You probably thought about this, right? How does some brand you've never heard of suddenly pop in your head and then just stay there? Well, I can tell you it is definitely not magic. It is a very carefully planned process called promotion, and its whole job is to inform you, persuade you, and make sure that brand is the first one you think of. So how on earth does it work?
Okay, first things first. Before we get into all the fancy new tricks, we need to build a solid foundation. Let's break down what promotion actually is and what it's really trying to do.
Now, this classic definition from William Stanton might look a little academic, but it's actually brilliant because it nails three key actions: inform, persuade, and remind. See, it's not just about a brand screaming, "Buy this now." It's supposed to be a strategic conversation with all of us.
And that conversation has some very specific goals. It's not just about making one quick sale. A lot of it is about building the brand itself. Making it the first thing you think of, giving it a positive vibe. Some of it is actually defensive, like pushing back against competitors. But ultimately, it's all about building a relationship with you, the customer, teaching you something new, earning your loyalty, and gently persuading you to stick around.
So, how did marketers used to get all this done? Well, for decades, they had a core set of tools they could rely on. Think of it as the classic old-school promotional toolkit. At its very core, all promotion is really just communication. And this simple model here shows you exactly how it works. You have a sender, that's the company, who creates a message, the what. Then they pick a channel to send it through, like a TV ad or a billboard, to reach an audience, the whom. And the whole point is to get a specific result, right? Whether that's getting you into a store or making you click a button. Literally every ad you've ever seen follows this fundamental pattern.
So this classic toolkit had 5 main instruments. First, you've got advertising. That's the one we all know, the paid messages everywhere. Then there's publicity, which is kind of like the unpaid version. Think of a news story about a company. It's often more believable because they didn't pay for it. Sales promotions are things like coupons and buy one get one free deals, designed to make you act fast. Salesmanship is that classic, direct, face-to-face conversation. And finally, you have public relations, which is the big picture job of managing how the public sees the company as a whole.
And this is where we hit a really big problem. What happens if the glossy TV ads say your brand is all about luxury, but your sales promotions are constantly screaming 50% off? Well, you get confusion. The brand's identity gets muddy. And this was a huge, huge issue with the traditional way of doing things. So to fix this mess, a new idea started to take over: Integrated Marketing Communications, or IMC. The big idea here was pretty revolutionary at the time, but simple. Make sure every single message from every single tool is singing the exact same tune.
I mean, the shift was from total chaos to coherence. The old way meant you could have all these separate campaigns that might actually contradict each other, leaving customers totally confused. But with IMC, everything clicks together into one unified strategy. The headlines, the slogans, the look, the feel, it's all consistent, no matter where you see it. And that reinforces one single powerful brand message.
And the benefits of this are massive. When you speak with one clear voice, you don't just have more impact, you build consistency. And you know what consistency builds? Trust. People start to trust your brand. It can even be cheaper in the long run. Put it all together, and you've got a seriously powerful competitive advantage.
Okay, let's jump forward to today. That classic toolkit we talked about has evolved into something way more dynamic. It's not a static set of tools anymore. It's a constantly changing digital playbook driven by new tech and what we, the consumers, now expect.
2 of the biggest new rules in this playbook are promotions that connect with our personal values. First, being eco-friendly. Brands like Nike showing off their recycled materials aren't just selling shoes, they're selling sustainability. And second, hyper-personalization. Think about Myntra using AI to suggest an outfit just for you, or CureFit building a unique workout plan. It's all about making the message feel like it was made for one person, you.
The players in the game have changed too. Promotion isn't just a company talking down to us anymore. Now it uses influencers because we trust them. It encourages us to spread the word through referral programs. And of course, there's the explosion of subscriptions like Amazon Prime. These models turn a one-time purchase into a long-term relationship.
And the tactics themselves are faster and way more fun.
You've got gamification, using things like points and badges to keep us hooked. You see limited time offers everywhere, playing on our fear of missing out, or FOMO. And all of this is powered by incredible new tech, from AI-driven deals to augmented reality try-ons.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, this amazing new playbook isn't all sunshine and rainbows. While these modern tools are incredibly powerful, they're also a bit of a double-edged sword, for both the companies using them and for us.
I mean, first, let's be clear, the upside is undeniable. When a company gets this right, we as customers are generally happier because the experience feels smooth and made just for us. For the business, it's more efficient thanks to AI and data, which helps them build a stronger brand and better relationships. It's a win-win, right?
It all sounds fantastic, but there's always a catch, isn't there? With all this amazing technology and all this data being collected, what are the hidden costs?
Well, the challenges are pretty major. For businesses, the tech is super expensive, things can glitch out, and there are massive security risks with all the customer data they're holding. But maybe the single biggest challenge is the one that affects us directly. We are drowning in information. It is a constant, nonstop battle for our attention.
And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most important question of all. As the promotional tools get smarter and the messages get more and more personal, the real challenge is exactly the same as it was decades ago. In a world that is completely saturated with noise, how does a brand cut through it all, not just to get our attention for a second, but to actually, truly earn our trust? It's something to think about the next time an ad feels like it's reading your mind.